From the Coors Light Studio, we are
1041 KRZQ.
Fallon, Reno, Sparks, and beyond. A Shamrock Communication Station. Real alternative.
1041
KRZQ.
Smile and Marty's Morning Party.
1041 KRZQ.
Bob Grimm here in the studio, and Kristen, the bedhead redhead, joining the morning party. Hello, how are you?
She doesn't have bedheads.
She does. We're going down a list of things that never stop being awkward. You guys ready? When someone says, well, this is awkward, makes things more awkward.
It definitely
Way
does.
to point it out.
Anyone asking to pay you back, especially when it's not a lot of money and it's like, I borrowed $1 from somebody, right? Like, hey, I owe you that $1 still. It's like, oh, you don't have to. It's just $1.
It's more even to ask for the money back.
Fist bumping and high fives and vice versa. When you don't know what a fist bump or a high five, that's an awkward moment.
Stick with a high five.
When someone you haven't seen in a while remembers your name and you don't remember their name, the worst.
I have a trick for that. You ask them what their name is, and when they get upset, you said, no, your last name.
Oh, good backdoor.
I use a couple of those tricks too, but for the most part, I'm constantly guilty of this. I'm sorry to everyone, and I'm an idiot. So there you go.
Doing that little side-to-side dance when you're walking towards a stranger and you're like, oh, excuse me, pardon me, we're dancing.
It'd be nice if they actually get out of the way.
You know, in restaurants when they sing happy birthday,
Oh my gosh.
and you're like encouraged to sing happy birthday, or if you don't, isn't that awkward?
It's awkward when you're the server and they encourage you to sing happy birthday.
It's awkward when Kristen does it. I've seen it.
It should not be. That's why I don't sing.
Do you get called over to tables to sing?
Well, you bring them a dessert and then they're like, hey, let's sing happy birthday. I just make a joke like, oh, my tip will go down if you hear me sing.
When you clog the toilet at someone else's house. You ever done that, Kristen?
I prefer not to go number 2 at strangers' houses.
I'm just going to let that speak for itself.
Keep my business at home.
Smile and Marty's Morning Party.
Let's get this party started with another one, gang!
1041 KRZQ. KRZQ.
The real alternative.
Who wants the Smile and Marty Sauce Party? I'll take caller 10 to get yourself a gift bag from Big Horn Olive Oil Company. 337-1041 to win. 337-104 to win the Smile and Marty Sauce Party from KRZQ.
1041 KRZQ.
Group Love. Ways to go.
Group Love and Ways to Go, 1041 KRZQ, the real alternative. It is 8:17 Friday. It's the end of the week, right? You got something planned? You can do a little shopping. You get ready for Thanksgiving. You know, we're only like 19 days away now. It is November the 8th, just in case you didn't know that. And I am Smiling Marty. It's time for the Port Sports Report, brought to you by our friends over at Coors Light. All right, last night, NFL action. It was the Vikings topping RG3 and the Redskins. This weekend, it'll be the 49ers playing Carolina at a 1 o'clock game. The Raiders have the early game. They're out in New York taking on the Giants. The Raiders and Giants, the Niners and Carolina. As far as your NFL action and college football, Colorado State favored to beat our University of Nevada Wolfpack by 9 points. Game time 12:30 tomorrow out in Colorado. Hoops. Yeah, Nevada hoops going on. Tonight, 7:05. Guys are playing Pacific. Ladies playing Utah State today. All right, so we caught up with the brand new manager of your Reno Aces. His name is Phil Nevin. Talked to him about philosophy and what he plans to do this year as he takes the lead for the Reno Aces.
In minor league baseball, your team doesn't start with 25 guys and have those same 25 guys throughout the year. There's injuries. There's things that go wrong where they're going to take some of my guys. Guys get hurt. That's just the nature of the beast. You kind of keep the group on an even keel each day. Your core players, you're hoping that are there for a while. The biggest joy for me in this job, besides winning baseball games and seeing the players get better, is being able to call a kid into my office and tell him he's going to the major leagues and fulfill that dream that I know he's had since he was a little kid, like I did. I'll never forget the day that I was called up to the big leagues, and that to me is the most fun part of this job. And obviously we want to win a bunch of baseball games, you want to win championships, but our job is to make the Arizona Diamondbacks a better club and have those players prepared when they go to the big leagues to be able to perform at their best capabilities when they get there.
Phil Nevin, the new skipper for the Reno Aces, here on Smiley Marty's Morning Party. High school football playoffs start tonight. I'll put all the games up at our Facebook page, facebook.com/KRZQ Radio.
From the 107.3 K Newsroom, here's a look at your traffic and weather together, brought to you by Bill Pierce Motors, is how they do it.
Now, the music.
1041 KRZQ.
KRZQ.
The real alternative.
Bars. Oh, yeah, I'm annoying everybody. I've got one of those handlebar mustaches just in time for Movember. Yeah, are you joining along? I got a picture up on our Facebook page if you want to check it out. It's facebook.com/KRZQ Radio. The Killers after the Toadies. Get up.
Make up your mind.
1041 KRZQ.
New music.
Now, the Killers take a shot at the night.
It's a new song from The Killers called Take a Shot at the Night. It'll be on their Direct Hits, which is a greatest hits CD, out on Tuesday, Friday, November the 8th, 8:41. Traffic and weather together in just a second. Also, Marty's weekend list after 9 a.m. this morning. It's a complete list of what's going on in the biggest little city and how you can get out and enjoy yourself this weekend. And Nigel Handy gives us a lesson in music history. Of course, that's after the headlines.
People using stolen identities collected more than $4 billion in fraudulent tax refunds from the IRS last year.
Disney setting the date for a new Star Wars movie, December 18th, 2015, reportedly. It'll be the first of at least 3 more, Disney has promised.
A bill banning workplace discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity is one passage in the Democratic-led Senate.
Lawyers for Yankees third baseman Alex Rodriguez argued their client is the victim of an MLB witch hunt.
A-Rod's lawyers said baseball investigators made threats, paid for evidence, even had an inappropriate sexual relationship with one of the witnesses.
Get rid of trans fat, says the FDA.
Current trans fat intake in the United States remains a public health concern.
Typhoon Haiyan blasting into the central Philippines.
Oh, I just heard that they have 230-mile-an-hour winds in the Philippines. Our hearts are going out to all of our Filipino community here that have family back there. Sad, sad stuff.
From the 107.3 K Newsroom, here's a look at
music. 1041 KRZQ. 30 Seconds to Mars, City of Angels.
Jared Leto, his band 30 Seconds to Mars, City of Angels on 1041 KRZQ, the real alternative. 8:53. Everyone is put in your life to teach you something. Are you brave enough to learn the lesson? Hashtag life advice more at Marty KRZQ on the Twitter. And of course, you can keep up with us on Facebook. Marty's weekend list, everything you want to be doing and bouncing to this weekend's up there in a minute.
1
KRZQ.